Hello, Stanford Christian Church. Our midweek focus for today is Luke 20:24 through 29. After Jesus had died, and then he rose again from the dead, he appeared to his closest disciples. But one disciple, Thomas, was not there. That would stink. I imagine you couldn't be there that night with all the other disciples. And on that night, Jesus, the one who died and is said to be alive, he shows up. Then the disciples come and they say, "Oh man, you missed it. We've seen the Lord." But Thomas said to them, "Unless I see the nail marks in his hands and put my fingers where the nails were and put my hands into his side, I will not believe." A week later, his disciples were again in a house, and Thomas was with them. Though the doors were locked, Jesus came and he stood among them and said, "Peace be with you." Then he said to them, "Thomas, put your finger here. See my hands? Reach out with your hand and put them inside my side. Stop doubting and believe." Thomas said to him, "My Lord and my God." Then Jesus told them, "Because you have seen me, you have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed." At times, we all struggle with doubt. The English pastor Charles Spurgeon, who's often called the Prince of Preachers, said, "I do not believe there ever existed a Christian yet who did not now and then doubt his interest in Jesus. I think when a man says, 'I never doubt,' it is quite time for us to doubt him." When Thomas questions Jesus, Jesus answers him. Jesus cared about Thomas, and he cares about you. He wants you to come to him and to be with him. Jesus recognizes that it's difficult to believe when you can't see. He acknowledges that in verse 29. "Because you have seen me, you have believed," he says to the disciples. But then he says, "Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed." Do not ignore your doubts or allow them to go unanswered. Take them to God. Seek answers from him. He will answer you. Today, if you doubt God, are uncertain about the goodness of Jesus, the reality of God, or the message that the Bible teaches, go to God. The important question is, what will you do with your doubts? Doubt becomes unbelief when you allow them to move you away from God, to separate you from him. Instead, here are 3 steps to harness your doubts and to see God transform them into faith. First, go to God in prayer and Bible study. When you have a question, something you struggle with and don't understand, go to him in prayer and Bible study. Second, go to your church. I'm not talking about just going to the building. It doesn't have to be some scheduled time. I mean, go and talk about your doubts, your questions, and your fears with other Christians so you can walk together with them. We want people to ask questions at Stanford Christian Church. I want people to contact me and to talk about doubts and questions. That is what we're here for. We have to get rid of the idea that good Christians have all the answers and don't ask questions or voice concerns with God or the way things are presented. That has held us back for far too long. So don't let your fears, your questions, and your doubts push you away from God. Instead, take them to him.